Cheer. Cheer. So when you dropping, kid. Mouse. Yeah. Y'all already know what time it is. See, here in the Midwest, we work hard for everything we gotta do, you know what I'm saying? We only live by one motto, you heard? Man, if you don't grind it, you don't shine, then what the fuck you signed up for? You don't grind it, you don't shine, then what the fuck you signed up for? You mad at me for? Only thinking everything was bust moves. Yeah, put a couple of niggas on, but they don't even know how to tie their shoes. They say you don't grind it, you don't shine, then what the fuck you signed up for? You don't grind it, you don't shine, then what the fuck you signed up for? What you mad at me for? Only thinking everything was bust moves. Yeah, put a couple of niggas on, but they don't even know how to tie their shoes. Mouse, I ain't trying to be no king, nigga. I just wanna see my ends all the way to the end with a couple M's that defines M. About time clock work, give me keep the burn. Up sure niggas to the seat to learn. I think it's my turn to get no that time waits, but no space. So I feel the void to get my cheesecake. I got a taste for the good life, and it's about time I eat my heated up dinner plate. And I'm half baked. What the fuck you mean to move a half pound? If you can shake it when I'm on the clock, I got the time to waste to keep a face for it. My mind frame is you don't grind it, you don't shine it. What the fuck you signed up for? Couple bad hoes up in Chicago, tore down shorts up in Ohio, and I'm like no other MC for the Indianapolis. When I'm attacking this beat, put it on repeat for 2013. When you see me, know I'm clockworking these beats, and I'm clockworking these streets. What the fuck you know about me? I hustle hard, my G. I said I'm clockworking these beats, and I'm clockworking these streets. What the fuck you know about me? I hustle hard, my G. You don't grind it, you don't shine it. What the fuck you signed up for? You don't grind it, you don't shine it. What the fuck you signed up for? You mad at me for? Only thinking everything was bust moves. Yeah, put a couple of niggas on, but they don't even know how to tie their shoes. They say you don't grind it, you don't shine it. What the fuck you signed up for? You don't grind it, you don't shine it. What the fuck you signed up for? What you mad at me for? Only thinking everything was bust moves. Yeah, put a couple of niggas on, but they don't even know how to tie their shoes. Now I set it off for my city. Now everybody wanna set trends. I come from the Lost and Found section in the Midwest neck town. Now reppin'. I guess I put the pressure on these players. Now they got my juices flowing. Locked in the fender, I'm Bruce Bowen. After that, keep that champagne pouring. I'll be cheapin' like the Minions in Cleveland. I don't miss smoke, but I do of me being a CEO of my business. And while the competition's still fishing, I'ma go clockwork these streets. Talking quarter, half, elbow, boom, stack, my cheese. So give me shit to beat, yeah, bitch. I don't give handouts, yeah, bitch. I just outwork everybody gonna clock in, even in the street, yeah, bitch. Long as my flow is ridiculous, every 2 days I'm flipping. Shouts out to the haters and Dallas, it ain't no time. When I'm on the grind, know that I'm clockworking these beats, and I'm clockworking these streets. What the fuck you know about me? I hustle hard, my G. I said I'm clockworking these beats, and I'm clockworking these streets. What the fuck you know about me? I hustle hard, my G. You don't grind it, you don't shine it. What the fuck you signed up for? You don't grind it, you don't shine it. What the fuck you signed up for? You mad at me for? Only thinking everything was bust moves. Yeah, put a couple of niggas on, but they don't even know how to tie their shoes. They say you don't grind it, you don't shine it. What the fuck you signed up for? You don't grind it, you don't shine it. What the fuck you signed up for? What you mad at me for? Only thinking everything was bust moves. Yeah, put a couple of niggas on, but they don't even know how to tie their shoes. Mouse, face forward. What's up, 2013? Cheer. Clockworking these beats, clockworking these streets. Hey, one with me, this motherfucker. Clockworking these beats. Mouse.
Clockworking these beats, and I'm clockworking these streets. What the fuck you know about me? I hustle hard, my G. I said I'm clockworking these beats, and I'm clockworking these streets. What the fuck you know about me? I hustle hard, my G, my G, my G.
Yo, who? What's up, man? It's your boy Jay Scott. I'm in the building. I'm here, man. I'm here. Hey, bro, I'm gonna have to hit you back, bro. I'm live right now, bro. Check me out, man. Check me out on YouTube, bro. Facebook, all that. Niggas is calling me as I'm going live right now. So let me see. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to get on. Let me try to see if I can get on Instagram live right quick. You may hear something in the background. That's my boy. You see right here, man. Hey, right here, hey, man. Check this out, man. So you know what I'm saying. So your boy, they try to do a little something different, man. So right now I'm rocking the all gold chips. I'm rocking the gold everything. Got the Jesus piece on tonight, man. Got the fake rolling on, man. Yo, I'm here, man. I'm here, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to try to get on with this Instagram right quick to see if I can go live on here. If you're looking on platforms right now, man, I should be live on YouTube, Facebook, um, Periscope. And so right now, man, I'm trying to get on Instagram live right quick. And I swear after that, man, I'm just gonna dive right in. You see at the bottom right there, you see what I have with the show title is, man. It's the episode 4 of the I'm a Bully Radio. Episode 4. Tonight, man, we're talking about, road to redemption. And also I got 10 codes for the youth, 10 codes for the adults. This is part of an adaptation of codes that actually are out of Detroit. And, we switched it up a little bit. And so we got 10 for the youth, 10 for the adults. And we're going to see what it do. Like I said, man, you see I got all the bricks. You know what I'm saying? Now, I want to say that, this past weekend, actually this past week, there's a few things that went down. Um, Tupac's birthday. That was on the 16th. So, definitely want to pray, give homage to the king. You know what I'm saying, Pop. I'm trying to go live. Hold on. So I want to give it to Pac. You know what I'm saying. So that I want to give a birthday shout out to Pac. His birthday was last week. Birthday shout outs. Also, this past weekend was Father's Day. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that you had a chance to link up with your father, your dad. You know what I'm saying? That was something that was big, huge, major, and you know what I mean. That's something that we should really. Juneteenth. Juneteenth went down. That's basically the slave, um, the official recognition of the slave 1865. But according to the story, it was slaves in Galveston, Texas, that what I mean, that really didn't know that they was free. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's what like tonight's about, man. Road to redemption. Like, you got niggas out here that they want to stay slaves, man. They want to stay slaves. You understand what I'm saying? And I may work on this Instagram thing here a little bit later. So I ain't worried about Instagram right now. I ain't worried about the gram right now. What I'm gonna do? Let me see, cause like I said, right now I'm gonna go with the now. Let's see, I got with the bricks, I got the chips. Let's see, I think I'm gonna switch up right now. I'm gonna switch back and forth. So let me get these right here. Let me get these gold bricks right here. Let me get these gold bricks right here. All right, so all right, man. Let me go ahead and just dive right in. like I said, it's a lot going on. So I want to make sure that I got time to kind of cover everything I want to cover. I mean, I wish I can go live on Instagram right now, but I can't. So, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see if I can do a little break and maybe get on for the gram live. So let me just dive right in, man. So right here, first thing, lots been going on since George Floyd, since all these people have gotten killed, murdered, beat up. Police they ain't stopping. Okay, but what I want to say is the first thing. Do y'all know that last last week, man, it was like a outage. All right, it was like a system overload that went down, and so a system overload went down. And what I want to do is, I want to start just right off. I'm not going to talk in between these clips, but I just want to know, like, this first clip is actually from a lady. I forget her name right now, but she's out of Indiana, all right? But she starts talking about, and I'm just going to let a little bit play just to give you an idea on what was going on that day, okay? So let's go right in. I'm a Bully Radio, you know what I'm saying? Share this, man, hit the like button, you know what I'm saying? I'm on platforms right now. So your boy's in this, man. Let's go. So let me start this first one. It takes a little bit to kind of go, but hold on. Hold up. Hold up. Okay, you know what? I can't even get her shit to play. So I'm not gonna worry about it. But this right here, basically, you can see where this is lit up right here. Can you see that? This right here is showing where America was lit up. All right, America was lit up all right here. All right here was a system overload. And what was explained to me was basically what happened was that on this particular day last week, the system just it was like maybe like for like the whole day. It was just everything was just overloaded, and I think it was plenty of like a lot of servers that were trying to um, be on, you know. So there was so many people that were on at the same time that you know what I'm saying. And the YouTube volume is low. Hold on, hold on. I don't know, man. It may be part two of the shit, but you know I'm gonna try to get through it. I'm gonna try to get through it. Is anybody else having problems hearing me? Anybody else? Anybody else? Let me know if anybody else, if you can hear it, brother, right now. If you can hear me, if you have a problem hearing me, let me know. All right, but then also what happened was some bunch of scientists that got fired. All right, it was like over 50 scientists that got fired, and they all had to do with them and the relationship to like foreign entities. All right,
top American research centers. More than 50 scientists lost their jobs over secret ties to foreign countries, mostly China, thanks to an ongoing investigation by the National Institutes of Health. Here to talk about it is Dan Hoppen, a former CIA station chief and Fox News contributor. Daniel, good morning.
Good morning.
When you go through this story in Science Mag, some of the scientists who got caught up in this said, it's not a big deal. Just took a little extra money from China. If you're in the pocket of a communist government, this is a real problem.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we're under siege from Chinese espionage. They are targeting our academics, our researchers, our business people, and of course, our national security officials. They're also sending their own to our country because they're trying to take advantage of our very open democratic system to steal our intellectual property. And it is of great concern, and I'm sure of heightened interest in the Congress as well as our executive branch for how to come up with better solutions to counter this.
Here's the headline that I mentioned. Science magazine: 54 scientists have lost their jobs as a result of this NIH probe into foreign ties. 399 scientists of possible concern, 121 flagged by the FBI, 44 flagged by their own institutions. Specifically when you talk about NIH, I mean, the NIH right now.
So as you see, man, it's going down, man. It's going down. It's going down. Now, you know what I'm saying? Let me see. Let me know if it's real low now. You know what I'm saying? Let me try to move my mic. Let me try to move my mic. Let me know if this. Let me know. Let me know if it's doing anything for the volume. Let me know. But it's going down, man, as you see. Bunch of scientists getting fired, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff going on around, man. You got to be able to fucking pay attention, man. I'm trying not to cuss a lot. I'm trying not to cuss really at all. But you have to know what's going on around you, man. All right, so like I said, man, you see this at the bottom, man, this road to redemption, man. Are we really headed towards something that we really don't know what we headed towards? They being real secretive about this coronavirus. We really don't know how to get it, other than it being contracted through some type of physical or some type of, pre-existing conditions, they say. You know what I'm saying? So if you have someone that have ailments with the respiratory, ailments with the blood, ailments with any type of problems, man, it's getting kind of hectic. You know what I mean? Because that is about to turn back up. It's about to turn back up with the corona, man. They gonna mess around and shut this down again. You understand what I'm saying? So let's see. Let me go to my next. Go to my next one. So what you gotta understand is, like, out here right now, white supremacy has taken a hit. Hold on, let me get back to my bricks. White supremacy has taken a hit, man. You understand what I'm saying? It's taking a hit. So right now, man, you see a lot of these police forces, a lot of these people are quitting. I believe that a lot of these people are quitting or resigning because maybe they becoming mercenaries. Maybe they becoming the goon squad for the police. Okay, so look at this right here, man. So what I got right here is basically, man, I've been showing this picture. Okay, this is a picture that was in my home city of some dudes that was rolling around. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers look hella suspicious. You know what I'm saying? They look hella suspicious right here. You understand? And this right here has to do with we've been getting hung. We've been getting hung by trees. You understand what I'm saying? This is what's been turning up the past few weeks for sure. You know what I mean? There's been different people getting hung by trees, different men getting hung by trees in different parts of the country. You know what I'm saying? They send in specific statements. You understand? And look at this right here. So this right here is in Atlanta. Now, mind you, this is after the shooting of the brother at Wendy's. This is after the shooting. Okay, in Atlanta, you had 7 people got shot, 2 died from a drive-by in broad daylight. In broad daylight, it even puts you in. It says the Edgewood neighborhood. This is in broad daylight, man. These are white supremacists, and they're not being labeled as no terrorist act. They're not being labeled as a domestic group. They're not being labeled as none of this stuff, man. And they are getting able to be able to. Oh, there we go. They are getting able to get access to just do whatever they want. So that's the thing that's kind of tripping me out. Is it? Let me see. Okay, I can see. Oh, you want to join in, Antonio? Okay, hold on. Send me your email in the inbox, bro. Send me your inbox. Send me your email in your inbox. Send me your email. I can get anybody on, man. You just gotta send me your email. You gotta send me your email, and I can invite you on. If you send me your email, said turn my mic up. Let's see. Hold on. Hold What about now? What about now? What about now? Test, test, test. Hold on. All right, test, test. There we go. How about now? Should be good now. We should be good now. I see it. I see that we should be good now. I apologize. We should be good. We should be good. We should be good now. We should be good. Look at the gold chips, nigga. All right, hold on, man. I'm gonna have to turn some light on here in a minute, man. Don't know how this is. I'm out here getting jiggy and shit with the t-shirt, man. This is, you can't tell me this go hard right here, man. This is the green screen shirt. All right, so let me get back focused. So you know what I'm saying. So now I say that these are agents of chaos, man. Now this clip right here, I'm not gonna play it, but this clip right here is after the shooting down there. Now, mind you, the one that I just showed you with Atlanta, this one right here, the one in Atlanta, this one right here, and this one right here. These two are after. These two are after. They are after. Yeah, yeah, you can hear the you're gonna hear the little man crying if he's up, man. Hopefully he's getting put to bed, you know what I mean? He's a live wire. But there we go, loud and clear. There we go. Shout out to Carol Thompson, man. Y'all, yeah, Thompson, yeah, Thompson. Y'all go holler at her. But you gotta send me your email, bro. You gotta send me your email. Anybody that want to get on here, hit me up in my messenger about it. Send me your email and I can invite you on here. Okay. So, like I said, these right here, these were after the brother got killed at Wendy's. Okay. This right here, this this was the press conference. All right. This was a press conference that T.I. was there, the boys, so like about 4 or 5 teenagers between ages of like 13 to 15. They were walking down the street. Now, mind you, I don't know why black people keep allowing the kids to just be out there by themselves, man. Like we are at a war, and you got people out here that, you know what I'm saying, I can see the comments. So you got people out here that are allowing their kids just to be out here walking by themselves, like especially in Georgia. Ain't you not paying attention to the news, nigga? So this right here was, you know what I mean, some youngsters were walking, and the police rolled up on them, and one of them pulled out a gun, and they were talking, you know, the kids were scared, you know what I'm saying? So these are the things that's going on. All right, these are the things that we have to stay cognitive of, you know what I'm saying, because they're not playing no games out here. All right, now, like, you know, I know you've seen out here, hold on. Get a little light. Hold on, man. I'm gonna have to turn this light on right quick. That didn't help. That didn't help at all. But you know what? It is what it is right now. Actually, no, it ain't. Hold on, man. I gotta turn this shit on. All right. All I can do is adjust as I go. Damn, man, what the fuck is going on? Okay. All right. I'm back. Sorry about that. So what's been happening is that, you know what I mean, Black Lives Matter's been turning up. You know, they've been giving Black Lives Matter so much attention. And you know, Black Lives Matter, you know, they even went as far as renaming the street or a boulevard of Black Lives Matter, I believe in DC. And I'm not really buying it, man. I'm not really buying it. I'm not buying it. I'm sorry, I'm not buying it. Because you got to understand, man, is that Black Lives Matter is a funded organization by a guy named George Soros. All right? George Soros. What the freak? George Soros, okay? George Soros is the person who now George Soros is under fire right now. George Soros. He is getting attention. Now, mind you, this dude's like 90 years old. All right, this dude is like 90. All right, he's getting hell of attention right now. And there are some that are questioning, if he has any involvement in what's been going on. All right, so let me play this clip from George Soros, so you can get an idea on who this dude is. If you don't know who he is. Now, this right here says that he is Facebook.
Last year, you talked about Facebook and the platforms a lot. To sort of summarize those questions, do you think the company is doing a better job today?
Not at all. I think Facebook played an important role in getting Trump elected in 2016, and I'm really afraid that he will do the same thing in 2020, because there is nothing really to stop him. There is a regulation that exempts social platforms for having any liability for publishing deliberate falsehoods by candidates for election.
I can't even get through that. I can't even get through that. Look at this dude, man. Look at this crusty looking ass nigga right here, man. Look at this dude, man. Look at this dude. Look at him, man. You hear how he sound, man? He sound bad, yo. He sound real bad, man. He sound real bad. Okay, so over here is over here it says up at the top, man, that George Soros conspiracy theory surge as protests sweep the U.S. Over here, it talks about what he was just saying in that clip. But right here it says that he hires protests and rents buses to transport them. Some say he has people stash piles of bricks to be hurled into glass storefronts or at the police. I showed y'all that. They deliberately put bricks in places for black people to use them for rioting. All right. George Soros, the billionaire investor and philanthropist, who has long been a target of conspiracy theories, is now being falsely accused of orchestrating and funding the protests over police killings of black people that have roiled the United States, amplified by a growing number of people on the far right, including some Republican leaders. Online posts about Soros have skyrocketed in recent weeks. So you got to understand, man, right now, the people in the streets is hot, man. And the people that believe that this guy, George Soros, has anything to do. Now you got video, man, of people saying, yo, George, pay us, nigga, pay us. All right. You got videos of this. People saying, yo, Soros, where our money at? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, videos. They right now they're trying to find more videos of. Now this videos are surfacing and circulating to the police department, because a lot of these videos is going viral, and they know this shit. They know these videos are going viral. So now they're paying attention to what's on what's on this film, what's being put on this footage. You know what I mean? Like like the white girl I showed you that set fire to the Wendy's in Georgia, in Atlanta or near Georgia. They got her picture out. You understand what I'm saying? Now, what I don't like is from this aftermath of these riots and stuff, with the submissive, weak ass niggas out here, man. And see, something should have told you something wasn't right with George Floyd. when they got to having Al Sharpton up there, man. Like I said before, Al Sharpton is paid informant. If you did not know that, Al Sharpton is a paid informant. That's on record. You can go look that up yourself. He is a paid informant. You understand what I'm saying? You can go look this up, man. He is a paid informant. So, um, so you know what I'm saying? So you gotta be leery of him, man. And when he showed up, I knew something was wrong because look at Al Sharpton, man. Look at Al Sharpton, man. Come on, man. Look at this. This is recent too, man. I don't know if you've seen this or not, but look at this shit, man. This is recent too. This is recent. This is real recent.
You better work, Rev. Somebody get Reverend Al, sweat that suit out.
Man, somebody get this old nigga out. Hey, man, this is what I'm talking about, man. This is the problem. Can we take a nigga like that serious, man? Can we take a nigga like that serious? Can we take a nigga like that serious, man? Can you? This was the other thing that look, man, look this right here, man. When you got to understand the symbolism, the people, these cops don't care, man. They don't give a shit about no symbolism. This part right here tripped me out, man. You know, this is a nigga crump dancing in front of the police, like you know, just watch this shit, man. God damn. And they got a whole little story with it.
The music is the street. The music is the moment of these people cheering. The music is your heart beating because of your nerves. Like, use that to develop this stage. I've had like so many of my friends shot and killed, whether to gang violence, or police violence. Like I know both. So
That's all I want to show to that, man. That's all I'm gonna show. That's all I'm gonna show. That was the dude right there who you saw talking. That was the actual person right there that was doing the crump dancing. And you can go online and see the video, man. The video, I mean, come on, man. We gotta come on, man. We gotta stop with this shit, man. We gotta stop with this shit, man. We gotta stop with this symbolic shit, man. They don't care about that shit, man. They don't care about that nigga dancing like that up in the like that to that, man. They don't give a shit, man. All right, so next one, man, is that, you know what I mean, these next clips right here all have to do with, you know, so this guy right here is the officer that shot Rashard Brooks. All right. This right here talks about how he had cover-ups all the way back to 2015, where this dude was covering up. He had like 12 instances, 12 situations, 12 reprimands. He got covered up in shooting somebody, you know what I'm saying, another black person. All right. This right here is talking about how they're going to put these things in place, but it's really going to kind of protect the police officer. So let me see if I can run that right quick.
Chances of a hate crimes bill passing in Georgia this session just got more difficult. A Senate panel says any law should also protect police.
Hold on. Let me run that back, man. Let me run that back. Had to do with the hate crime. All right. Hate crimes.
Chances of a hate crimes bill passing in Georgia this session just got more difficult. A Senate panel says any law should also protect police. The Judiciary Committee tonight approved a hate crimes bill that the House already passed, but the panel added first responders as a protected class alongside race, religion, and sexual orientation. It was a party line vote tonight. Republican senators voted yes, Democrats voted no. If this amended bill is approved in the Senate, it would have to go back to the House for a new vote.
Yeah, so you see that they really protecting these police officers, man. They really, even though they talking all this symbolic things and they trying to switch things and change things, and they really protecting these people though. They really protecting them, man. You gotta watch it, man. Like July 4th is coming up. All right, that's when they pass a lot of these things under the table that we don't know about, and they start with now.
Were we able to charge this case now? So I want to explain that we have already had an opportunity to speak with 3 of the witnesses in this case, and those are the 3 witnesses.
This is from Rashard Brooks.
From
This is the
West
DA. This
Memphis,
dude right here is
Tennessee.
supposed to be
We have
related
had an
to
opportunity to
Dwight
conduct
Howard.
interviews with 7 other witnesses other than the 3 witnesses from Tennessee. We've also had an opportunity to view, let's see if you can turn it on.
Yeah, I'm gonna end it right there. So throughout that process of that right there, they're basically going through the accounts of what they plan on trying to charge this officer with. They're looking to try to hit him with about 11 accounts. You know what I'm saying? 11 counts. They looking to hit him with 11 counts, man. All right. They looking to really try to, and the one is felony murder, and that is by death. That holds the death penalty. You understand? Yeah, man. Like I said, anybody that want to join in, you gotta hit me in my inbox. Just follow me. Just follow me through this, man, because I'm trying to get through this as fast as I can. If I'm not able to get to the codes tonight, I'm going to show them like I did last week. I'm going to at least show them, and then I'm going to come back and I'm probably just going to do a whole show about that, because that's something that really needs to be discussed. Like each one needs to be discussed. All right, so I'm gonna do a show on that, man. Maybe like this week. All right, but now what I want to do is also talk about the reforms. All right, these reforms they're saying that they're getting ready to try to do. All right, these are faulty reforms. Okay, Trump signed a reform bill for the police, but it's a faulty reform. It does not give the empowerment to anybody. It does not give the empowerment to any black person at all when it comes to you getting pulled over by the police. Okay, so make sure you understand that when you're watching this, man, because they putting the trick bag in real heavy with this shit. All right, so let me see if I can get this to play right quick. And I may just play like a little bit of these clips, all right, just so I can get through. You know what I mean? Get through them.
Plans on signing an executive order addressing police reform, and he plans on doing that tomorrow. So Paula Reed is at the White House standing by to give us a few more details. So what do we know about this executive order? What's it going to entail?
And Marie, so far, the only component of this executive order that the White House has confirmed is the idea that they want to emphasize co-responders for police. So that would be social workers or mental health professionals who can respond to incidents alongside the police to try to de-escalate situations before they spiral out of control and result in violence. Now, the president confirmed late last week that he was finalizing this executive order. At that time, he talked about the possibility of having social workers work alongside police, and he also emphasized de-escalation techniques. If you've studied the investigations into Ferguson, Baltimore, Chicago police departments, it becomes quite evident that often the use of force training, de-escalation training that police officers receive, it can be shockingly minimal. They're not often given a lot of the tools that they need to go out and deal with these situations. So that's something the president says that he wants to emphasize. But again, we haven't seen anything in writing. Tomorrow, though, the president is expected to sign this executive order in a Rose Garden ceremony. He is also expected here at the White House tomorrow to meet with the families of black men and women who either have been targeted by allegedly racially motivated violence by civilians or violence by police.
Paula, President Trump, as you know, is also preparing to hold his first campaign rally since the start of the coronavirus outbreak. It was originally planned for Friday in Tulsa, Oklahoma, but was rescheduled to Saturday amid concerns that it coincided with the Juneteenth holiday. How is the campaign, Paul, addressing the potential spread of coronavirus at the event? I note that the
Now I'm gonna get to that here in a minute, because you gotta understand that rally that he did, man, that rally that he did was a failure. I watched the rally. The rally was trash. You understand? Yeah, I'm back to the bricks, man. I'm back to the chips. I'm back to the gold chips. All right, so as you see right here, let me show you what's going on right here. So right here, it talks about how it's an article on mass exodus. You understand? A lot of these police officers are leaving. They're leaving. Okay, they're leaving. They're gone. This right here says it's devastating to be a police officer right now and to know what's going on and how people feel about you and the things that you do in this job, the sacrifices that you make. Elliot added, there's a lot that would rather you see you dead just because of the uniform that you wear. Now, these people really, these police officers really be acting like these police officers really be acting like people are just coming down on them like, oh God, we're gonna play the victim. Man, nah, man, look, man, y'all have been doing this shit for a long time, nigga. Y'all been doing this for a long time, man. Y'all been killing us, y'all been harassing us. Y'all started off as slave catchers, man. That's what a police officer was a slave catcher. You understand what I'm saying? Man, hit the like button, man. Give me a thumbs up, man. Share this shit, man. Like, yo, man, I be putting in some effort with this shit, all right? So you gotta understand, man, these people are right now, they're acting like a lot of them are victims, and they acting like they scared. And you know what I mean? Let's keep going, man. So this right here, it says, you know, I wrote, you know, at the top, leaving for being a cop or a race soldier. That's the question. Leaving for a cop, being a cop or a race soldier. At least 7 Minneapolis police officers have resigned from the department since widespread unrest began over the death of George Floyd last month, and more than half a dozen are in the process of leaving, according to the department officials. The departures and unusually large exodus came amid a growing crisis for the state's largest police force, with a state human rights investigation underway, call for defunding and even disbandment. So this is, you gotta understand, the people are talking, man. This was in Florida. A 10-member SWAT team for a Florida police department has resigned en masse after their chief knelt with racial justice protesters. I showed you that last week. It was a lieutenant that kneeled down with a bunch of officers. All right. 10 SWAT members just said, man, fuck it, nigga, I'm gone. Nigga, I ain't standing around for this shit. The letters of resignation from the SWAT team in Hallandale Beach, Florida, was delivered to city officials on Friday. So, and I showed a clip of them, even like a dude from Tampa, like big black dude, like, man, you know, like you gotta understand, man, that was big, man. That lieutenant and his people knelt down, took a knee, nigga. Man, hit the like button, man. Share this shit, yo. Share this shit, man. I don't care if it's 3 or 30 people in here, man. Either way it goes, man, this message is gonna get out there, man. So they can try to censor me, they can try to watch my count, all this shit. I don't care, nigga. This shit's still gonna get out here, man. So you have large amounts of places that have quit. You have people now, and that's my question. The moment these people start resigning, things start turning up with these drive-bys and all this other shit. Like, what is going on, man? What is going on? Or these people turning in their badges just to pick up their robes? Are these people putting down their badges just to pick up their robes? Somebody speak to me, man. Somebody speak to me. Hit that like button, man. Speak to me, man. Somebody speak to me. If you're on Facebook, I can see the comments, yo. I can see comments. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it won't refresh me. You know what I'm saying? But I can see it. So hit the like button. You know, share this shit. Let me continue on. So, like I said, man, even, and I'm pretty sure some of y'all saw this in Buffalo, New York. 57 members of the police tactical unit resigned from that team to protest the suspension of 2 colleagues who were filmed shoving a 75-year-old man on the ground. And to be honest with you, I've seen that. And then I've also seen that it might be something with that. You know, there might have been really not even an old dude, that he might have hit his head, that he really didn't hit his head, like some blood burst out, some whatever. But see, in the midst of all this, in the midst of all this shit, all right? In the midst of all this, you got to watch for the distractions. You got to watch for what they're trying to put in front of our face. You understand? And they are trying to really put everything out there. They're putting everything out there. Okay? They putting everything out there. And share this shit, man. They putting everything out there. Right here is a donkey of the day. Let me see if I can get this donkey of the day right here. And right here it says black face for black faces. This is a part of the problem. You still got people out here wearing blackface, man. You still got white people out here wearing blackface because the racism is turned up. The racism is turned all the way the fuck up, man. Do you understand that? This right here on the right side, this is Howard Stern. You know what I'm saying? This is Howard Stern. He just recently did he did an old one, and he recently just did a new clip of some racist shit. All right. So let me see if I can get this play right here. This is the donkey of the day, Charlemagne and them. You know what I mean? Let me get it.
And for Monday, June 15th, goes the Lebanese vocalist Tania Saleh and Algerian artist Souheila bin Lakab. Apologies if I messed up either one of your names. Pronunciation has never been my strong suit. Now, I really do appreciate seeing people all over the world scream Black Lives Matter. I have said numerous times over the past few weeks that ain't no good gonna come to America or the world until they do right by Black people. Okay, when America atones for its original sin, which is slavery, through legislation, reparations, and change behavior, then you will see this wicked system come to an end. And a new world will be upon us. There will be a lot of devils who refuse to accept the programming, and that's fine. Okay, when God told Noah to tell folks to get their minds right, get their souls right, and get on this ark because the flood was coming, most of them didn't listen either, and they got pressure washed. So all you devils who don't want to do right by Black people and think whatever I'm saying is trash, let them drown. Okay, so I'm saying all that to say, all you folks all around the world showing love to Black Lives Matter, thank you. But we live in an era of too far. All right, everybody goes too far with whatever they are doing. And sadly, you don't know you have gone too far until you have went too far. And by then, it's too late. Okay, you are already experiencing online outrage and backlash. In this case, blacklash, because you see these two Instagram influencers from the Middle East and Eastern Europe, respectively, decided to show their love, and I put love in quotation marks, and support, and I put support in quotation marks, for Black people by putting on blackface. Yeah, that blackface. Tania had a photoshopped Angela Davis afro wig and black skin paint, and she put the caption, "Wish I was Black. Today more than ever. Sending my love and full support to the people who demand equality and justice for all races anywhere in the world." Souheila painted half her body brown with the caption, "Just because we're Black on the outside doesn't mean we're Black on the inside." Huh? At first, I didn't know what the hell that line meant. It made absolutely no sense to me because I'm all Black everything through and through. And what the hell is wrong with being Black on the inside? Then she explained. She says, racist people are the true Black-hearted ones. They are Black on the inside and they know it. I know what she means, but fart on that statement. Okay? Come on, Eddie. Give me a little ass gas for that. All right? See, you can't celebrate Black people if you don't know Black history.
Yeah, so right here, man, this is Pac. This is Pac for president. So yeah, you hear that right there, man? You hear that shit? This is what's going on, man. This was overseas. Now this right here, like I said, this is Howard Stern. Let me see if I can get this to. I'm just gonna play a little bit. Like I said, man, I'm trying to go through these right quick, man. So these are
saves 9 inches.
Our next pair of judges couldn't be with us in the studio tonight. They're celebrating the new year from a secret location. Here they are, Hollywood's oddest couple, Ted Danson and Whoopi Goldberg, via satellite transmission.
How are you doing there, Mrs. Robin Quiver? You know, Robin, Whoopi is a whole lot prettier after you drunk a couple of bottles of this here malt liquor. Drink on, honey. With every sip, you get better and better, baby.
I can't go through that. I can't show all that, man. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that if I try. I can't do that. And Sherman Hemsley, it looked like an older clip. Now he did recently do a redo of some blackface shit, but that right there, I can't do that, man. I can't show that. That just looks that. But that's where a lot of this is headed, man. That's where a lot of this is headed. Is going. Is already there. So All right, so let me keep going. So this next clips, man. Now, Trump came out and made a statement saying that he made Juneteenth a success. Did you hear that, man? He said he made Juneteenth a success. The nerve of this dude, man. That's what I got right here. Target also, man. Target wanted to make an official paid holiday. Now, I'm not sure if any of these things have all the way happened. Somebody let me know, man. Hit the like button. But man, yo, they talking about making Juneteenth a national celebrated holiday, which they should. You know what I'm saying? This right here, over here, has to do with Black Wall Street. You know what I'm saying? Because in the midst of Juneteenth, and in the midst of the rally from the president, you know what I mean, we always need to remember about Black Wall Street, man. We always need to remember that. They put some of this in The Watchmen on HBO, and they really kind of show a real good beginning on what they did. They dropped bombs in Oklahoma, all right, in Tulsa. That's why you hear the Gap Band talking about they dropped a bomb on me, baby. That's the song that, because they're from Oklahoma. You gotta understand, this is deep, son. All right, so I'm not gonna show all that. I'm not gonna show these clips right here. I'm just gonna go keep going. Appreciate those, man. That's in here right now. Hit the like button, share this shit. Like I said, I don't care if it's nobody in here, man. I'm still gonna get this out. It's still gonna get out. It's still gonna get out. So let me move on. So the next thing is, if you don't know by now, all right, let me shorten this up. If you don't know by now, this is happening like tomorrow. What's the day? It's Wednesday. This is Wednesday. So it says the Black community braces for next threat, which is mass evictions. Okay, if you don't know, all right, it says that the ban on evictions, which applies to rentals that are backed by the government, expires in a matter of weeks. On top of that, the federal boost to employment benefits that made laid off workers have used to pay their rent is set to end July 31st. Do you hear what I'm saying? Come July 31st. Come July 31st, look, Black and Latino people are twice as likely to rent as white people, so they would be most endangered if the protection from removal is ended. But there is no relief in sight for Congress, which Republicans and Democrats have not even expected to begin negotiating new economic relief package until after the July 4th holiday. That's what I'm telling you, man. They make these moves on July 4th, yo. They make these moves, son. They make these moves, man. Real talk, man. They make these moves go down on July 4th, man. So if you know anybody that is getting ready to that's in this situation, man, public housing. If you know anybody, it's about to go down, man. It is about to go down. Do you understand? Okay, do you freaking understand? It's about to go down. Okay, so these next clip right here is the next part is Joe Biden. You got so many people out here who want to talk about who to vote for. Let me get my gold chips back. And talking about people who to vote for. If you are getting ready to vote for Joe Biden, shame on you. If you're getting ready to vote for Trump, shame on you. Either way it goes, it's not a win-win situation. It's a lose-lose. What would you rather have? 4 years of Trump, which you really don't know, you really can't say what he's done, or Joe Biden, who is proven to put systematic things in place for them. He was a prime component of the crime bill. He is someone who was an intricate part in that. All right, and I'm gonna play a little bit this right here, man. Listen to this. Listen to the way he talks. Listen to the way he speaks. This is when he was. This is 1994 crime bill. This is when he was he was a prime component in trying to get this out there. Listen to the language he uses. All right, just listen to the shit, man. Shit's very disturbing.
Back the streets. It doesn't matter whether or not the person that is accosting your son or daughter or my son or daughter, my wife, your husband, my mother, your parents. It doesn't matter whether or not they were deprived as a youth. It doesn't matter or not whether or not they had no background that enabled them to become socialized into the fabric of society. It doesn't matter whether or not they're the victims of society. The end result is they're about to knock my mother on the head with a lead pipe, shoot my sister, beat up my wife, take on my sons. So I don't want to ask, what made them do this? They must take it off the street. That's number one. There's a consensus on that. Unless we do something about that cadre of young people, tens of thousands of them, born out of wedlock, without parents, without supervision, without any structure, without any conscience developing, because they literally, I yield myself 3 more minutes, because they literally have not been socialized. They literally have not had an opportunity. We should focus on them now. If we don't, they will, or a portion of them will, become the predators 15 years from now. Madam President, we have predators on our streets that society has, in fact, in part because of its neglect, created. Again, it does not mean because we created them that we somehow forgive them or do not take them out of society to protect my family and yours from them. They are beyond the pale, many of those people. Beyond the pale. And it's a sad commentary on society. We have no choice but to take them out of society. And the truth is, we don't very well know how to rehabilitate them. That's the sad truth. I'm the guy that said rehabilitation, when it occurs, we don't understand it, notice it. And even when we notice it and we know it occurs, we don't know why. So you cannot make rehabilitation a condition for release. That's why in our system, there's the federal system, you serve 85% of your time. It's a shame we don't know how to rehabilitate. But there is a consensus, and I will say, we must make the streets safer. I don't care why someone is a malfactor in society. I don't care why someone is antisocial. I don't care why they become a sociopath. We have an obligation to cordon them off from the rest of society, try to help them, try to change their behavior. That's what we do in this bill. We have drug treatment and we have other treatments to try to deal with it. But they are in jail, away from my mother, your husband, our families. But we would be absolutely stupid as a society if we didn't recognize the condition that nurture those things still exist. And we must deal with that.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Hold on. Let me make sure y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Let me make sure y'all can hear me, man. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Am I good? Okay, I'm just making sure, man, because my what's the name? I think I'm out of. Hold on. So let me just continue on, man. Let me just continue on. All right. So this right here also, man. Let me make sure my stuff is cool. Let me make sure my stuff is cool. All right, let me play this next one, man. So this next one is Joe Biden now. All right. This is now. Let me get this play.
It's a legitimate concern. They should be skeptical. But the idea that somehow I've been told all along how young people don't think that I'm in the right spot, the right place, there is no polling evidence to sustain that, nor is there voting evidence thus far to sustain that. All I can say is, show me. Watch me. I'm listening. Watch what I do. Judge me based on what I do, what I say, and to whom I say it. Question is, in order to get those funds, it seems to me they should have to meet certain basic minimums. For example, eliminating chokeholds, making sure that there is requirement that there be access to all the records of police misconduct, making sure that you send to the Justice Department all those issues of really the use of force so they're on record and can be exposed.
All right, make sure you hit that like button. If you can hear the audio from the clips, then it's all good. Let me know if you can hear the audio from the clips, man. 'Cause right now, man, I think I might have just did something to my headset. But long as the earphones is working, long as the audio's working, let me know. Let me know if you can hear the clips. All right. So this right here, man. This right here. Let me show you this. I just want to show you this. This has to do with what's going on here in San Antonio. Here in San Antonio, it's just something that I just wanted to focus on. All right. This headline says, here's what protesters in San Antonio are demanding of Mayor Nirenberg. This is how he's responded. So what I want to focus on though is that look right here. Right here it says for the last 2 weeks, thousands have turned at the San Antonio protests against police brutality in the wake of George Floyd. Local advocates also using. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. I ain't got this. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me, because I can't. All right. It says, last week, protesters, organizers handed Mayor Nuremberg a list of demands and changes they wanted implemented in the San Antonio Police Department, including vetting of recruits and a civilian review board to assess with police complaints. That is the most important part. That is the most important part. That is the most important part, man. Now, vetting of recruits meaning that we know who these people are, meaning that we get them background checks. We make sure that we get everything we need to know who these people are, maybe what they've been through, any type of shit they've done, and a review board to assist with complaints. That is genius, man. That is genius. A review board to assist with police complaints. All right. So those two things right there, very critical, man. Hit the like button, man. I'm almost getting close to being done. All right. Hit the like button. Share this shit, man. Share this shit. Like I said, long as you can hear me, long as you can hear the clips, and it's all good. So this next one, what I want is this right here, man. This nigga right here. Everybody's homeboy, Bill Clinton. Now, from this 1994 plan, they got $1 billion crime bill in 1994. $30 billion, man. $30 billion. Where's that money at? $30 billion, man. $30 billion to put your relatives away for the next 15 years. You heard Joe say that? You heard Joe say the next 15 years. Man, there's still black people right now that's suffering from that crime bill, man. There's people suffering from that crime bill right now, man. Man, hit the like button. Share this shit, man. I'm going in. As long as you can hear me, man. I need you just to let me know if you can hear the clips. But check this out, man. I want you to hear. This is Bill Clinton when he first did it, and this is Bill Clinton now. All right, this is the first one. Is Bill Clinton when he first signed this bill, when he first got this bill popping. All right, just listen to the language, man. Listen to this dude, man. Listen to what this dude is saying, yo. Just listen to the language, man. Listen to the language. Let me get it. Just listen to the language, man. Oh, listen to the language. My bad.
day the bickering stops, the era of excuses is over. The law-abiding citizens of our country have made their voices heard.
Oh, just keep
Never
listening.
again should Washington put politics and party above law and order. From this day forward, let us put partisanship behind us and let us go forward, Democrats, Republicans, and independents, law enforcement, community leaders, ordinary citizens. Let us roll up our sleeves to roll back this awful tide of violence and reduce crime in our country. We have the tools now. Let
Law
us
and
get
order.
about the business of using them.
Shit, this is crazy, man. Okay, that's the first clip. That's the first clip. Now that was then. All right, that was then. Now see, they got a whole bunch of flack right now because of what it did to the people. So people have been really on their heads. They've been on their heads. They've been on their heads. They've been on Bill Clinton's head. They've been on Joe Biden's head. All right, because this crime bill in 1994 put a lot of black people away. Even if you look at if you look at the documentary 13, you look at the documentary 13, they even talk about all the presidents that put black people in prison. Look at what Clinton did. Look at what Clinton did. There's some wine right here, man. It's that red wine, man. But look at that. Look at what they talk about Bill Clinton. Biden was a main component to that. And then they want you to vote for Biden? Come on, man. They want you to vote for Biden? Come on with the shits, man. Man, hit that like button, man. Share this shit, man. Hit the like button. Share this shit. Okay? Let me get to it. Let me get to it.
In order to do it, they talked about this yesterday. In order to do it. Wait a minute. Okay, I heard it. Can I answer?
I don't know if this was playing. Let me know if this was playing. Let me know if this one's playing.
I like protesters,
No, good.
but the ones that won't let you answer are afraid of the truth. What she's referring to are the increased sentencing provisions of the 1994 crime bill. Here's what happened. Let's just tell the whole story. When I became president, the headlines in the newspapers were full of, now wait a minute, I listen to you, you listen to me.
What truth is that, Bill?
Wait. Here's what happened. Vice President Biden, you guys know Vice President Biden, whose family comes from Scranton. He was the chairman of the committee that had jurisdiction over this crime bill. I had an assault weapons ban in it. I had money for inner city kids, for out-of-school activities. We had 110,000 police officers so we could put people on the street, not in these military vehicles, and the police would look like the people they were policing. We did all that. And Biden said, you can't pass this bill, the Republicans will kill it if you don't put more sentencing in. I talked to a lot of African-American groups. They thought Black Lives Mattered. They said, take this bill because our kids are being shot in the street by gangs. We had 13-year-old kids planning their own funerals. She doesn't want to hear any of that. You know what else she doesn't want to hear?
You hear that? He throwing Biden under the bus.
A 25-year low in crime, a 33 low in the murder rate, and listen to this.
They hit the like button.
And the background check law, we had a 46-year low in the deaths of people by gun violence. And who you think those lives were that mattered? Whose lives were saved that mattered?
Throwing them in the bus. Throwing them under the bus, man. Throw them underneath the bus, man. Throw them underneath the bus, man. Throw Biden underneath the bus, man. That should let you know right there you shouldn't be voting for Biden, man. You listen to people, man. They saying Biden don't even know where he at half the time right now, man. They don't even know where he don't even know where Biden at half the time, man. He got, you know what I mean? Man, Biden's a wild dude, man. Biden's a wild dude, man. All right, let's move on. So what's next right now is I want to put out there right now, man, is these monuments that continuously getting taken down. If you understand how this country works, this country was built on white supremacy. This country was built on white supremacy. All these monuments, all these street names, all these nameless schools, they were built on white supremacy. They were built on white supremacy. I got it. See, I can show the comments. So it was Joe Biden's suggestion to add more sentencing to the bill. Yes. 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 Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. See, there's another comment. I might would have went Joe, but for him to say take them out of society, I'm good. We should all be good. We should all be good on Joe Biden. Man, hit the like button, man. We should all be good. We should all be good on Biden. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, Joe put the extra. He put the extra shit in it, man. He put the extra shit in. You understand what I'm saying? So Joe Biden is someone who we should not be messing with at all, man. Let's get this understood, man. Let's get this understood. So let me go with this first one, man. Let me go with this first clip. This is the part of what it's talking about, the monuments being taken out. You know what I mean? So let me just play a little bit of this. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get this under 15 more minutes. But let's keep this going, man. Because right now I ain't worried about the time. I'm worried about the information. All right, so
monuments
check this out,
continue
man.
to be pulled down at a speed unimaginable just weeks ago. The history is clear. The state-sponsored decision to enslave humans is arguably the most painful act in the history of America. Yet some say that these monuments that glorify the Confederacy are not just about slavery and racism, that they're about history and heritage. As these monuments continue to tumble, our Will Carr has been traveling the last few days across the Deep South, where emotions are raw about what to do and how to treat this painful chapter of history.
They're sparking palpable anger across the United States. They're the faces in communities that can hide in broad daylight. Many residents we met admit that before George Floyd's death, they never even noticed these chiseled and controversial figures. But for those who have, monuments, especially Confederate monuments, can spark a range of emotions, everything from honor to hate.
Take them down.
Over the weekend in New Orleans, a group
10
ripped
all
down a
this.
statue of John McDonough, a wealthy pre-Civil War slave owner who helped fund the city's public school system. The protesters then rolled the bust into the Mississippi River.
It's time for these statues to go. What the death of George really represented was...
That's all I'm gonna play. That listen, the most important thing out of that whole, a most important thing out of all that was that they said that people didn't even know what these monuments were. They didn't even know these monuments existed. How do you not know this? How do you not know? How do you not know? How do you not know that these things, how do you not know? How do you not know this shit? How do you not know what Robert E. Lee? How do you not know Christopher Columbus, man? How do you not know this shit? How do you not know that you see that lets you know that people do not know about history. They don't know about history, man. They don't know about history. They don't know about real American history. They put white supremacist rhetoric in the language of every document they ever put. From the Declaration of Independence to the Emancipation Proclamation, to all this, man. Damn, I'm sorry, I keep fucking it up. But they do these things, and they know they knew we weren't really gonna be paying attention to them. They knew this shit. People, how do you not know this? How do you not know? I'm sorry. That's the last time I'm gonna do this shit. How do you not know? How do you not know? How do you not know? Now the next thing, if you don't know what this is right here, this is the 6666 bill. Okay, I want you to understand what this is, man. This is a bill that has to do with the COVID-19, which could be the coronavirus 2019. It could be the certification of, what was the certification of a virus ID, vaccination ID, because they're talking about vaccinating people. All right. That's the whole reason why this COVID-19 is about to turn back up. That's why all these cases is turning back up, because they want you to get this vaccination. That's exactly what they want to do at the end. But now with the 6666, man, they can kick in your door. They can kick in your door and test everybody in the house. And if you ain't doing something right in your house, man, they can take you out the house, man. Let me play this right quick. Man, hit the like button, man. Share this shit, man. Hit the like button. Share this shit, man. Hit the like button. Share this.
We will find more and more people. And again, we'll isolate every one of them, and we will find every one of their contacts. Some of the people we find are going to have trouble being isolated. And so we'll be moving people like this into other kinds of housing that we have available.
In a bizarre story that seems so much like conspiracy, you need to check it out for yourself. House Democrats have proposed a measure to fund tracing of individuals believed to have been in contact with anyone who has tested positive for coronavirus and require them to quarantine. What makes this story seem so far-fetched is that the bill number is HR 6666. No joke. You want to click the link below this video to check it out for yourself. But in another strange twist that has to be intentional, the short title of this bill is the COVID-19 Testing, Reaching, and Contacting Everyone. Testing, Reaching, and Contacting Everyone Act, that is TRACE. HR 6666 was introduced May 1st, 2020 by 39 House Democrats led by Illinois Representative Bobby Rush. The bill authorizes the HHS to give out $100 billion, that's billion with a B, dollars for fiscal year 2020 alone. And I'll quote it for you. To eligible entities to conduct diagnostic testing for COVID-19 and related activities, such as contact tracing through mobile health units and as necessary at individuals' residences and for other purposes, end quote. And it seems to suggest that an unlimited amount of money for 2021 and for as long as the coronavirus looms. In the words of HR 6666, sums as may be necessary for each of fiscal year 2021 and subsequent fiscal year during which the emergency period continues. And the funding is not for something only speculated about. Ventura County, California has already rolled out a pilot program. The program, for which $100 billion in funding is proposed, is already underway. In Ventura County, California, the health department announced May 4th, 2020, that they were launching a pilot, and I quote, community contact tracing program. The initial announcement on May 4th caused an uproar since it seemed to indicate that the county officials would be forcing people found to be infected with COVID, even if they had no symptoms.
You heard that, man. $100 billion. $100 billion. They got $100 billion for that. Man, they better cut this check with us, man. Now it gets even more crazy, man, because you got this is what they're trying to do. So right now they've been putting out a campaign on trying to get a black doctor to come out and to say that we should be doing first test of the COVID-19 on black people. This is what it's like. I ain't even got let's look at this, man. This is like the second black doctor they done threw out there. This is the second black doctor they done threw out there. Okay, it says that COVID-19 vaccine will work only if trials include black participants. Trials. Do you understand? Trials, nigga. Trials. It says the reasons why I hear African Americans will not participate are heartbreaking and disappointing. I just said I have heard about the Tuskegee experiment a lot, and I've heard that the doctors will give me the virus and they will put a chip inside me. Yes, nigga, yes, they will. Many say their parents raised them to never participate in medical research. It's all tough to overcome. See, this is what I'm saying. African American participation in the trial is critical, medical experts have said. So they go, man, look, man, that's why they not even gonna give you any type of warnings. Yeah, that's the little man in the background. But the science that studies how genetic factors affect reactions to drugs stress that medicine could produce different results based on race and genetic, social, economic, and environmental dynamics. Hold on a second, man. Yeah, okay, yeah. Send me your email, bro. Send me your email. Send me your email. I got you. Hold on. So this right here, just let me stay on track, man. This lady right here is a doctor who they are putting out there on the forefront to get us to take this vaccination. It says the vaccine translation, a vaccine might not work in African American if African Americans do not participate in the clinical trials to create the drug. Who's going to participate in it? Who's going to really want to participate in it? Somebody talk to me. Who's really going to want to participate in it? Who's really going to want to participate in it? Who going to want to participate in that shit, man? Who's going to want to do that? You got some Negroes that's going to do it, man. You got some niggas that's going to do it. All right, I got about 4 more slides, all right? Actually, about 1, 2, yeah, about 3 or 4 more. And then I'm going to get to these codes, man. I'm just going to show the codes. So who's going to take this vaccine, man? That's what I want to know. Hold on. So, you know what I mean? Look at this right here, man. What I got next is what I want. All this is, like I said, the road to redemption. Is it the road to redemption? What I want to show you right now is what the future is getting ready to look like. And if you don't have your shit together, this is what the future is going to look like. All right. I'm going to play this. I'm going to play 2 clips. All right. This all has to do with, now, this is what I titled it. All right. It says that they are working on lessening the work. There will be no jobs. Becoming independent business owner. Become an independent business owner. Become an independent business owner. Okay? Become an independent business owner, man. I'm trying to tell you, you hearing this shit first, man. You hearing it right here first, man. Become an independent business owner, man. I can't say this shit enough, man. All this stuff is happening because they're eventually going to take away jobs and everything's going to be autonomous. They're not going to let you work around people in environments where this COVID keeps taking over. This virus keeps taking people out. They keep shutting the system down. I'm trying to tell you, you have to get your shit right, because if not, this is what's going to happen. They're going to switch this to this autonomous shit, and they're going to get you out of a job. Thank you, Chandra. Thank you. She see it. That queen see it. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, they're going to get you out of your job. All right. So let me play this first. Man. Let me play this first so y'all can get an idea. I don't even know if people even understand. I don't even know if people understand what autonomous is. All right, I'm gonna give you an example, man. Some people may not have even seen this shit before. All right, so check this out, man. Check this shit out. Here we go. Yeah. Yes, that's crazy, right? That's crazy, right? Now you see this, you see this, you see this, right? You see this, right? You see this right now. You see this shit, right? You see this shit now. You look at it and be like, it's just a commercial. You see how they try to put some comedy and they trying to put some laughter to it. You know what I'm saying? You see how they try to put some laughter to it and everything. You see how they trying to put some laughter to that shit. You see how they trying to put some laughter to it. They trying to make it seem like it's funny. They try to make it seem like it's hilarious. They try to make it seem like, you know what I mean, like it's some nah, nigga, this is for real, man. This is for real. This is for real. Let me show you the other one. Let me show you the other one, and it gave you the game. It gave you where they talking about going with it, right? So let me give you the other one. Let me give you the other one. Let me give you the other one.
Welcome to NeoScribe. According to a study done by the McKinsey Global Institute, AI and robotics will replace an estimated 800 million jobs around the world by 2030. On the other hand, many experts believe that in many instances, automation will replace tasks more so than completely replacing jobs. Additionally, supporting the technology behind automation will add many jobs as well. But regardless of your viewpoint, AI and robotics will drastically change how goods and services are provided in the future. So this is the first video of a new series that aims to uncover what the automated future will be like. And today, we're going to explore the food services industry, starting with the startup Spice. Spice was founded by 4 robotics-obsessed engineers out of MIT who teamed up with the Michelin-starred chef Daniel Ballard. And the company recently opened their first restaurant in Boston. The restaurant centers around 7 incredible Iron Chefs, not the Bobby Flay Masaharu Morimoto variety. I'm talking about 7 robotic woks. First, a team of cooks prepare the ingredients overnight. Then when the restaurant is open for business, orders are placed on snazzy touchscreens, activating the ingredient delivery system that automatically allocates ingredients from the hoppers to the woks. The meals are tumbled, cooked, and seared at 232 degrees Celsius for up to 3 minutes, and then laid onto bowls for a quick garnish, ready to serve. Then the woks are automatically sanitized with hot water jets between each meal. Look at these colorful, fancy-looking meals. They seem pretty reasonable for $7.50 each. Let's see, they have the Korean, Thai, Indian. Wait, where's the American? Now we're talking. Anyway, in September, Spice secured $21 million in funding, which will be used to expand to more locations in the East Coast. Hopefully one opens near me. It would be cool to see the robotic kitchen in action. Now let's move on to San Francisco to another startup called Creator. Creator launched its first restaurant back in September after 8 years of developing the Creator robot. The robot is an incredible burger making machine stocked with 350 sensors, 50 actuators, and 20 computers. The restaurant is equipped with 2 robots, and each fully automated machine has an output capacity of 120 burgers per hour. Each burger is fully created from scratch by the machine, including prep work such as grinding fresh meat into patties and cutting up the fixings like tomatoes and onions. Once orders are placed, buns are pushed through a compressed air tube onto an elevator on the side of the machine. The buns are sliced, buttered, and toasted, and then they glide along a conveyor belt as fresh ingredients are added. It's a 30-second process from start to finish, producing a high-quality burger for a very reasonable $6. All in all, the Creator robot is an impressive, sleek-looking machine, and I can't wait to see how things develop down the road. Now, let's turn our attention to another burger-making robot called Flippy, developed and sold by Miso Robotics, based out of Pasadena, California. Flippy is an AI-driven robot that serves as a robotic kitchen assistant. With its deep learning software, Flippy is capable of learning from its surroundings and can acquire new skills over time. Flippy works in conjunction with the Miso AI system, which serves as the robot's brain, and together they form a cloud-based learning platform. Flippy is equipped with thermal scanners, and Miso AI is equipped with cameras and computer vision programming. Flippy is able to detect when patties are placed on the grill and monitor each patty in real time throughout the cooking process. On top of that, Flippy knows when to switch between a spatula for
You
raw
hear that?
meat and
AI.
one for cooked meat. I like how Flippy slides the patty onto the bun with swagger. I haven't seen something enjoy flipping burgers this much since SpongeBob. Anyway, not only can Flippy man the grill, it can also work the fryer. And with its deep learning software, Miso Robotics claims that Flippy can be trained to help with almost any dull, dirty, or dangerous tasks in a commercial kitchen, whether it's frying chicken, cutting vegetables, or final plating. Flippy debuted in March 2017 at Cali Burger in Pasadena, California, but had some difficulties with implementation. But it came back in 2018, where it now cooks between 500 and 1,000 burgers a day. 2018 was a good year for Flippy as it found a summer job at Dodger Stadium as a frying assistant, where it cooks chicken and tater tots. On top of that, Walmart started testing Flippy at its Culinary and Innovation Center in Arkansas. The company hopes to implement Flippy in Walmart delis across the country to perform mundane and repetitive tasks such.
That's all I'm gonna play, man. You see. So you see what it's saying. You see what it's saying. Do you understand what is being said? Do you understand what's being said? They have artificial intelligence, man. If you don't understand what artificial intelligence is, then I don't know what to tell you. It's 2020, but artificial intelligence is real heavy with this, man. Checking out an emergency company call. See, look, this is what I'm saying. Checking out an emergency company called Nightscope. Robotic security will replace human security along with a lot of other human resources that are about to go bye-bye. They know what's going on. I salute. They know exactly what's going on. They about to replace you. They're about to replace you, man. Hit the like button, man. Hit the like button, man. Hit the like button, man. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. What'd you say, Carol? So this is one of the reasons 5Gs was implemented. Yeah, man. Let them know. Let them know. They're about to replace you, man. They about to replace you. They about to replace you. You know what I mean? They about to replace you. So with these last few slides that I have left, you know what I mean? I'm not going to be able to go into too much of the codes. I will show them, you know what I mean? I try to keep this under a certain amount of time just for me. But just understand the significance and the magnitude, man, that this is about to go to another level. If you think that they're not getting ready to have this going down the pipeline within the next like 2 to 3 to 5 to 6 years, you're ultimately mistaken. That's why they're doing all these things right now to try to eliminate black people, harass black people. They're doing all these things to try to put all these things in place, whether it be this reform, whether it be these monuments, whether it be reparations. Oh, reparations. Oh, reparations. You think they're going to give reparations in our lifetime? I do. I really do. Because first of all, you got way too many people talking about it. You have way too many influencers that are having black people rearrange their mental, because this is something that's not new. Reparations has been on the board since like the 70s. You understand what I'm saying? Since the 70s. So what I want to do is I want to show this first slide. All right, this first slide. This is what Robert Johnson, who used to be BET owner, who sold his company, sold this to I believe he sold it to Viacom for I think $1 billion maybe. I believe it's close to $1 billion. But this is what he feels is necessary. Man, hit the like button, man. Share this shit, man. This is what he feels is what is necessary for us. All right. So according to Robert Johnson, He says that it should be a $350,000 cash payment, like a one-time payment. Over 42 million African American slaves eligible descendants. So you gotta understand, I think it's more than 42 million black people in this country, all right? But according to Robert Johnson, he says that these are the people that are eligible. Calculations based on income, education, savings, and home ownership. I don't know about that part though. I don't know about that part. I don't know about even the 14 trillion. I don't know about the 14 trillion either. I don't know about the 14 trillion. I don't know about the 14 trillion. Really, you should be starting this off at about 20. Sorry. You should be starting this off at about 20 million. You should be starting this off at about 20 million. This is what you should be starting us off at, about 20 million. 20 trillion, I'm sorry, 20 trillion. You should be starting off at about 20 trillion. Let me say this again, 20 trillion. Maybe 20 trillion. It should really be more than that. But the UN, what the UN talking human rights about. Yeah, it's very possible. It's very possible. It's very possible. Okay. So this is other part of the slide right here. And this is real critical. It talks about what's the matter. It's the same distance, but look at his road. Look at his road and look at her road. That's going on to this day, nigga, to this day. Okay, that's going on to this day, fam. That's going on to this day right now. This race is going on right now. This race is happening right fucking now, man. Look at this, man. Okay. So what I believe needs to happen is, man, I believe that, you know what I mean, for this reparation thing to really take place, I believe that, you know what I'm saying, we need to have one person involved in this. I don't care who they may throw out there, man. I don't care who they may put in there. I don't care about none of that, you know what I'm saying? But this is who right here. This is who should be in there right here. Dr. Claude Anderson. If you don't know who Dr. Claude Anderson is, you need to get up to speed on Dr. Claude Anderson. Dr. Claude Anderson is an elder. God damn it. Claude Anderson, I'm going to leave the mouse alone. Dr. Claude Anderson is an elder. He is someone who has put in hella work. He is someone who is right now, he's in his 80s, but I'm telling you, man, he is a prime component in what needs to be in this discussion of reparations. You know why? Because he served presidents, he served governors. He's the one that put things in place tangibly. Okay, let me play the elder, man. Let me play the elder, because you got to understand, man, this person right here, he's no joke. He's no joke. He's written books. You know what I'm saying? He's written books. Who remembers C-SPAN? Who remembers C-SPAN? Let me play the elder, man. Let me play him. Now this is from C-SPAN, okay? This was done. It looked like it might have been done like maybe 20 years ago, okay? This was done like 20 years ago, okay? So look at what the brother's saying, man. He goes kind of quick because they only gave him a certain amount of time. But just listen to the elder, man. And he's still on and popping now, okay? Just listen to him, man. Just listen. Listen.
White wealth and other materials have made him a standby on many television and radio shows, as well as important symposiums and conferences on the issues of economic empowerment for the descendants of Africans in the United States of America and throughout the world. Whenever there's an important national convention or convening of people to talk about this subject, I never fail to find him on the program and enjoy him immensely. We welcome now Dr. Claude Anderson.
Thank you very much. And to my colleagues, let me say good afternoon to you and plus the members of the audience. According to John's letter, he indicated to me that he wants me to speak to develop a national plan. And John, that's what I'll try to do for you very quickly. But let me preface that by simply saying that if you hear about reparations, get this very firmly fixed in your mind. You're not here for a parlor discussion. It's not something to talk about that's nice. If you don't get reparations as black folk, you're through in this country. Let me be that very specific for you. You see, what's happening to black Americans is that black Americans have been systematically socially engineered into the lowest level of a real-life monopoly game. You do not own and control a sufficient amount of anything to be competitive in America. And you've been marginalized now for 400 years. You're getting ready to be buried. You can get buried underneath a whole broad groups of ambiguous groupings. That's everything from culture groups, language groups, and gender groups. You're going down. It's no longer an issue. You better get reparations and get it fast. Now, to get reparations, one of the things I've been trying to do now for 30 years, beginning with the state of Florida, when Governor Rubin Askew put me over education, when they had no blacks in politics in Florida, was to write the first affirmative action plan in the United States, and that was written to be reparations for black folk in 1971. And George Bush Jr., I guess, Jed Bush just killed it off about 6 months ago. But what's happening now is that what I'm trying to do is create a Harvest Institute that would try to take all my colleagues here and as much as possible try to give you new points of information that take you outside the box. Part of the problem we got in trying to deal with reparations, a lot of the other racial issues in the country, is that we keep trying to think and find solutions inside the box. There are no solutions inside the box for black folk. You got to get outside and try to find them and get a long-term perspective and a long view on it. And that's what the Harvest Institute is in existence for, and that's what they're going to stay in existence for. Now, the reason you cannot win, as I said, is that you've been locked into this low level of a real-life monopoly game. You do not own and control enough of wealth. See, in 1860, for instance, black folk, as a direct result of slavery, had an ownership. When you were 98% slaves, you had an ownership of 1/2% of this nation's wealth in 1860 on the eve of the Civil War. Now, this is the richest country in the world, the most capitalistic country in the world. And here you are 140 years after slavery when you're supposedly 100% free and you still only have 1/2% of this nation's wealth. You cannot compete. The typical average white person in America has 3,500 times more money than you have. And that's not true only of blacks in America, it's true of the world internationally. What's happening right now is blacks is a marginalized, subordinated class of people all over the earth. You have 1/2% of the wealth in this nation. The same thing is true all over the world. In the world, there's approximately $392 trillion worth of wealth on the earth. And black folk around in the world have less than 1% ownership of it. That includes all the African countries, that includes Brazil, Caribbean, and America. You don't own enough control of anything. Whites control almost 100% of all the wealth, power, resources, privileges, and controls of all levels of government. You're playing a game you can't win. You got to get reparations. Now, how are you going to get it? Let me run through 3 or 4 things very quickly because I don't want to take up the time here. First thing you must do, I've heard it mentioned already, we got to commit a national campaign all over this country to start publicizing the issue of reparations for black folk. Not as something nice, but as a necessity, period. That means every living soul, every organization, every core, every institution in this country must begin to start promoting reparations for black folk all over this country. That's level 1, is a massive, massive promotion of reparations for black folk. Second level 2, what we must do at second level 2 now is to start having facts-finding hearings. You must have facts-finding hearings all over this country. And you're going to have facts-finding hearings on at least 2 different levels. One is you're going to go after facts finding about what roles governments have played in the reparations, in the slavery trade against black folk, and enslaving of black folk, the marginalization of black folk. And that should break down into 2 levels. One is to investigate all levels of domestic governments, that's city, county, federal, and state governments. And the second group would go after the international. So you should have 2 groups of black folk in this country exploring and fact finding on what roles government have played, one domestically and one internationally. On the left-hand side, you should be doing the same thing for the domestic side. You should be going after the private sector. You should be going after all the private corporations in the United States, what roles they played and how they benefited directly from slavery. And also on the same side, you must go after all the international corporations and the roles they played and how they benefited. Now, the Harvest Institute right now, my think tank, we've already picked up one. We put out a press release on that. We're going after domestic role that major corporations played in the United States. We've already identified approximately 240 companies that are still in existence that profiteer directly and enrich themselves off of black folk. We're going after that. And what we have to do in our fact finding is be able to factuate, document the direct line between how blacks have been crippled all the way up to economically, politically, socially, and educationally, and tied into these major corporations or tied into levels of government. That's your level 2. Level 3, you must then start having a national convention in this country. And right now, I think Dorothy Tillman in Chicago is already, we talked about this. She's going to try to call one in Chicago this coming year. We must have everybody who's playing a role, like Congressman Conyers and everybody from the Congress and Cobra, everybody should be at a national convention where we all come in there to not only energize each other, but to share information, see where we are. They're trying to set it up for this coming February, someplace in the United States, possibly Chicago. That's your 3rd level. The 4th level you start doing is trying to get into, out of this conference should come strategies and plans and a specific role model. You got to have a role model, a model that every black can tie into, a model for reparations. Now, my model's a little different from everyone else's, and that's because I'm outside the box. I'm trying to pull everybody else outside if I can get them. Now, most people are going to try to follow the Jewish reparations model or the Japanese model. I'm following the Indian model. The Indians are the most appropriate model if you want to track down, doing anything to get reparations of black folk. Why? Because you see, only American Indians and black folk are spelled out in the Constitution. The Indians on reservations and black folk. There's a direct lineage between those two groups. And if you really want to track and get reparations, the easiest and quickest way is to go find out what happened to American Indians, what benefits they got, and track it. In my new book called Power Numbers, it takes you through every one of those steps. You can follow it. If you pick that up, you can come right to reparations very quickly, because it'll be very difficult for the government to deny black folk the same thing they're giving the Indians. So when you hear people talking about how bad off Indians are, first thing you say, fine, if Indians that bad off, put us as black folk in the same status with the Indians. We'll take that. Because see, right, what Indians got, first of all, nobody declared Indians to be a nation. Indians declared themselves to be a nation. They declared themselves to be a nation all the way up to about 1832 when Supreme Court Justice Marshall said, okay, I'll recognize you as a nation. We never declared ourselves to be a nation. We've always tried to do just the opposite of what the Indians did. Once they became a nation, they drew up a constitution for themselves. We never had a constitution. And what the Indians did with that constitution is then to go to the United States government and say, we do not want to integrate. We did just the opposite, we integrated. And I can track everything right down, or we can follow the Indian model if you want to. And you can see, and all that's already built into the law, and there's a direct lineage between American Indians and black folk that you can follow very easily and get to reparations. But we need to have a model. And in my new book, I get that model to be on the stand in about another month. You get the Powernomics model that will take you through all those steps, what they did throughout history, from the Blair Amendments and everything else. You can track them very easily, and it'd be very difficult for the United States government to deny you reparations when you only two people that have a constitutional relationship with this government is black folk and Indians. Just like Indians use what they call natural rights and lay a claim against the land, we should use natural law and lay a claim against our labor, misappropriated labor. The next level what you must do is move to a legal step. You need to form at the 4th level, get you a legal body right now, whether it's going to be pro bono or paid. And out of our convention, we should be able to raise some funds to set up a mass legal body that'll be ready to start serving suits based on those facts that you're going to find at the 2nd level. And when you start to find those, then we should have people going after suits.
Hey, they messing with my shit right now on Facebook.
Other side suing the private
Go to
sector
YouTube.
to get reparation funds for
YouTube
black
or
folk.
Periscope.
Then at the last level, you can need to set up.
Go to YouTube or Periscope if you're having trouble on
resource or
Facebook.
retrieval agency
You might be able to go to my group page.
Benefits, we're going to a special fund that will be held
I'm a Bully
for
Radio.
pooling and aggregating. Now, then out of that special
But
agency,
right now, it's looking like they are freezing my live right
One,
now
you would have
on
an economic
Facebook.
development bank on the East Coast and economic development bank on the West Coast. And what those banks would do is take most of the
They're
money you
messing
get,
with my
not give it to
live on
black
Facebook,
folk as individuals. You put it into a massive bank where black folk go draw that money to start low interest, get low interest loans or free monies to build businesses and industries throughout the United States. You also, if you track the Indians, you should try to get yourself some tax-free, tax-exempt land. Just like Indians can go grab any piece of land and federalize and put up a casino. You tell me.
Hey, that's all I'm gonna go right now on Facebook. That's all I'm gonna share, Brother Claude Anderson, on Facebook. That's all I'm gonna share right now. That's all I'm gonna share right now, Brother Claude Anderson. That's all I'm gonna share. That's all I'm gonna share. Because right now it's hitting people a little too. It's hitting people a little too heavy. It's hitting people a little too heavy. Facebook is acting like they want to take. Now they got me back up. They got me back up. But Facebook, man, hit the like button, man. Share this shit, man. Share this shit, man. Hit the like button, man. They don't want this to be heard, man. They don't want this to be heard. You can go and look up Claude Anderson, Dr. Claude Anderson on YouTube. You can find the same clip on YouTube, and he goes through the whole strategic plan on what needs to happen with reparations for black people in like 11 minutes. Okay, this other page right here, this other clip, it's a lot longer. I'm not gonna play that, so you know what I mean, for the sake of time. So just go and check out Claude Anderson's clip now. You know what I mean? The reason why all this is important, because you gotta understand right now, look at this right now, this is what they saying out here. All right, this rally was trash. This rally was trash from Donald Trump. This rally was trash from Donald Trump, yo. Facebook took his ad down for featuring a Nazi triangle that symbolized white supremacy. Did you know that? I put that right there. You can go look that up. That's facts. You can go look that up right now. That's facts. I'm gonna play this clip for Donald Trump, man, because look, the whole clip was trash. And see, he used the wording law and order, just like what you saw Bill Clinton use. All right, so let me play this clip just so you can understand that right now white supremacy is taking a loss on all levels. On all levels. Yes. Powernomics. Man, share this shit. Man, hit the like button. Powernomics. That's facts right there. That's facts. Powernomics. Yes. So let me play this right quick because I want you all to see that. And there's another thing. 3 dead, 14 injured, and no, it was 114 people shot. They saying 114 people shot, and 3 died in Chicago. Damn, how many times we gonna fall for this shit? I don't really believe that that's what's going down in Chicago, man. I'm sorry, I don't believe it. I don't believe it, man. I don't believe it. But let's play this. Let me play this clip right quick, man. I'm gonna play a little bit of this just so you can see what they saying happened, and how Trump is furious about what went down up there in Oklahoma.
The Trump campaign
because it was
hyped
trash.
would be a raucous return to the campaign trail for President Trump turned out to be a major disappointment for the campaign. While the Trump re-election effort boasted it would fill the bank of Oklahoma Center that seats more than 19,000 people, the Tulsa fire marshal tells NBC News that 6,200 supporters ultimately filled the general election section of the enclosed arena. Trump campaign spokesman Tim Murtaugh blamed small numbers on, quote, radical protesters and the news media, who he said had frightened away supporters. But there were few protests in the area and no sizable effort to block entrances. And there was a strong security presence. According to the Times, some users of social media said on Saturday night that teenagers helped keep attendance at the rally down by seeking tickets they did not intend to use. TikTok and Twitter users posted that they had registered potentially hundreds of thousands of tickets for Trump's rally as a prank after the campaign tweeted asking supporters to register for free tickets. But Trump campaign manager Brad Parscale pushed back against those reports, issuing a statement yesterday saying the campaign weeded out tens of thousands of bogus cell phone numbers ahead of the rally. But, quote, these phony ticket requests never factor into our thinking for possible crowd size.
And also, as I think it was the Times or the Washington Post said, these are general admission events. If people want to get into the event, they can get into the event.
Well, they have to hit that disclaimer.
You can go back and look at this clip right here. This was on MSNBC. You can see that they now, I don't know if these things were done on purpose or these things done because they're trying to say that they dropped the ball. But you know what I'm saying? They had estimated 19,000 people that were supposed to show up, and like 6,000 people showed up. That's trash, man. Right now, it's not looking good for Trump. It's not looking good for Trump. Okay, so with that said, hit the like button, man. Share this shit. All right, what I'm gonna do right now, I have another couple more clips, but I just summarized everything. What I want to do right now is I want you all to just get an understanding that everything I showed you tonight, is it the road to redemption? Is it the road to redemption for Black people? Because, man, we got to get right with the economics. We got to get right with the powernomics. We have to get right with everything. And one thing we need to be on is on code. We need to be on code. We need to be on code. Let me share this. Let me share this to the people, man. I don't have time to go through each one, but I'm going to show them. I'm going to show them. This is a solution. All right. This is a big, major solution. If anybody that watches me, I'm about solutions. You understand? I'm about solutions. Okay. I don't care what all these other people talk about, all these so-called leaders, all these so-called activists, all these so-called niggas that claim to be whatever. Nigga, you have people that are causing war on you right now. You have people that are engaging in warfare, and you niggas is worried about being on the block, being on the street, getting out in public, and all this other shit. Damn, I'm back. They're causing war on you, man. These right here I have right here are solutions. Solutions right here. This is for the youth. This is a youth code. There's 10 of them. Okay. There's a mission statement. It's a mission statement. It's a mission statement. It's a mission statement. Just look it over, man. Just look it over. Just see if you can see it. Let me know you can see it, man. Just look this over a little bit. I'm just gonna let this sit there let it breathe for a minute. Just look at it. Look how many you got. There's 10 altogether. This is just for the youth. All right, this is just for the youth right here. There's 10 of them for the youth. Okay, everything from being stopped by the police, keeping your record clean. These I'm just gonna show these, man. I'm just gonna show these because I want this to be introduced. And shout out to the people that helped and think tanked just to try to get this formulated, because right now niggas can't even formulate sentences for shit. Niggas can't formulate nothing. And hit the like button, man. I'm giving examples, man. I'm just gonna show them because I just want people just to get used to seeing shit like this. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna let it just kind of just stay there, man. I want people to see it, man. 1 through 10. You know, this is the youth. I'm gonna let this ride. I'm gonna let this breathe just a little bit. I don't care who's watching this right now, live right now. This is definitely for the playback. But this is what it is right here. This is what it is. Look at those, man. Look at those. Look at those. Look at those. Look at those, man. There's 10 of them. These things right here, man, can save the community, man. They can save the community. I'm gonna show you here. Then I'm gonna share. We're gonna move on to the 10 for the adults. These are the adults. Now the one that these adult ones right here, These are the ones that are adapted from the ones they have already in Detroit. These are the ones that are already in Detroit. These are in Detroit. These are in Detroit. Yeah, it's gonna be difficult to see, but I wanna, and I will definitely do that. I'll send it to you. You know what I'm saying? I'll be able to share it in your inbox. But it's kind of difficult to to read. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to blow it up as much as I can, but there's a mission statement, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back over these. Okay, I'm gonna go back over these. I'm gonna go back over these, and I'm going to make sure that everyone can kind of see it, read it. If you want them, let me know. Send me your email. You can hit me in your messenger, and I will definitely send these to you. I will go back over these one by one. You know, the one that's for the youth, that was collectively made up. The one for the youth is collectively made up. That was not adapted by anybody. That was me and some brothers and sisters that are in the grassroots community of Indianapolis that came up with these. And these will be these will be things that will help us get out of what we in right now by just having a code. It's so simple, man. It's so fucking simple, man. But that's all I got for tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? I wanna thank everybody that tuned in with your boy tonight. I want to thank those that check me out on all platforms that I have going right now. You know what I'm saying? I was able to get on Periscope. I was able to get on YouTube, Facebook. I'm gonna work on getting on. Uh, I'm gonna work on getting on Instagram next week. You know what I mean? I'll definitely do that because I'll go live. I'll go live on Instagram. But I just wanted to flash those up there because I just wanted you all just to get a chance to just kind of understand that right now the best way that we're going to be able to get out of what we in is a grassroots effort, which means that you may not have everybody. All right, I'm not expecting the masses amount of black people to get this in, man. I'm only expecting a small percentage of those that are actually of enlightened mind to get this cracking out here. All right. So with that said, man, just understand that everything that I showed you tonight, is it a road to redemption? Is it? Is it a road to redemption? I believe that I've showed you what they doing out here, what the mind frame is, what they trying to do to trick us, what they trying to do to get us in a place to be like we submissive, like we're gonna just ride with some of this bullshit they gonna try to introduce to us while they're slowly sinking in and slipping in the bull nonsense underneath it. All right. So just understand that this is where we at. 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 Go back through, man. Share this, man. Watch this, man. Appreciate those that came on. I've been on for a couple hours. If you wasn't able to get on tonight, man, send me your email. I'll try to get you on before the show starts so I can invite you in and get you in rather than trying to scatter around or whatever. But I appreciate those checking out your boy. That's all I got tonight. I'm gonna end with the home team tonight, like how I started with the home team. Please go back and share this video, man. Go back and hit the like button. Go back and watch what I'm saying because I believe I'm dropping some little jewels in this shit. And the nigga had on the bricks, all gold bricks, all gold bricks. So appreciate those that, like I said, man, appreciate those that came on tonight. You know, anybody that's watching this, share this, man. I'm out though, man. Y'all be easy. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go. Home team. Home team, let's go. Hey, sorry if I fucked up tonight. Sorry if I fucked anything up tonight. Apologies if I'm still working. This is episode 4. Had some technical difficulties, but your boys still got it going, man. So I'm out, man. I'm out.
You already know what time it is, you know what I'm saying? Bro, the blue cheese, I mean, what you smoking on? Bro, the blue cheese, blue cheese.
I'll be on that blue cheese. I'll be on that blue cheese. Pimp tight, bend the corners, no tense, you know it's me. I'll be on that blue cheese. Now then, y'all be smoking
You know
ready.
I chill at the exclusive spots. I be on the rooftop, sipping on culinary yellow and blow a cloud as I blow blue cheese. And I be here for a minute, made up my mind. I don't know that I would give you a style that you can flow with the knees. No stress, stay blessed till it's over. Roll down the window so you can smell the aroma. Got a bad chick, hit me with some naked pics. Hit my text, I'ma hit it right back and tell her I be over once I blow on this cheese. Bro, the blue cheese, blue cheese, blue cheese. Bro, the blue cheese, blue cheese, blue cheese.
I'll be on that blue cheese. I'll be on that blue cheese. Pimp tight, bend the corners, no tense, you know it's me. I'll be on that blue cheese. Now then, y'all be smoking
Feels
ready.
like I've been all around the world. I see so many faces. As soon as I open my mouth, they said I love your language. I guess these hoes up cause they think they famous. What's that cologne? I think I love your fragrance. Yeah, still on the set, got some numb juice. 2 clouds full of cheese. Everybody loud as me, except them suckers who you can't with. You know them blames, they gotta pay your fees. So take it off, bitch, bent over. Let me see it. If you looking for a real Midwest player, I may be it. Plus it smoke good and it look better. You can put that cheese in a paper plane. See, I do it for the Pepsi. Smoke a hydroponic out of my nose, man. So you know it's me. You can't smoke with me. You can't flow with me when I'm flow with you. Acting like you never heard of me. Rhymes cut, look you stuck. Think you gotta need surgery. Man, the nerve of these little busters, mother. You can't swerve in my lane. Y'all ain't even hit to my brain. Cause y'all ain't on that cheese. Yeah, bro, the blue cheese, blue cheese. Boy, much lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? Now, bro, the blue cheese. See where I'm from, man, we smoking that blue cheese.
I'll be on that blue cheese. I'll be on that blue cheese. Pimp tight, bend the corners, no tense, you know it's me. I'll be on that blue cheese. Now that y'all be smoking ready.
Mouth.